Every time it's the same.
Literally, why is this so hard? We will start right into the video, into the podcast with the question of the day.
The question of the day. What is the question?
The question of the day is, if you could commit one crime, and after that it would be never committed again, like you could end it.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. People just won't do it anymore.
Anymore.
Which crime would you commit?
Well, that's a hard question, firstly, because you need to draw your line somewhere.
Yeah, between the morally okay
and morally not okay.
Yeah, it's
like something you would do and something you would not do, even though you would erase it from ever being done again. But still, you have to commit it, so
you have to be okay with living in the knowledge that you did that.
Yeah.
But would that person have to live with the consequences of the crime? Or would it be like it was never done to that person or that thing or animal or whatever?
I think the person has to live with the consequences, because if not, then you could do everything. Because if you you're stabbing a person and then the person just lives, it's not a crime, really.
That doesn't really make sense.
So,
but I think that makes it a lot harder because you really did something bad.
Yeah.
Like it did have an impact, even though millions of crimes won't happen after that. Like that crime happened and it's on you.
It's the last time it ever has been done, but it has been done by you, and you have to live with it. That you really did this with your bare hands.
And even if the crime would be committed ever again, like that wouldn't matter really if it would be committed or not after you did that, because you just did it. And I think for a person, subjectively, all that matters is that in that lifetime I did that and I have to live with that, no matter if, like, cool, if it never happens again, nice, but that
you still
doesn't make it better, I think, for you. Or maybe a little bit.
But I think, like, I mean, I couldn't probably kill a person and then say, there will never be a person killed again, so it's okay. But I mean, you could make it a little better with the thought that this will never happen again.
You will save like billions or like endless amount of people by that. But
so it's good, but still
not.
Still not, because you had to do it.
Did it.
Yeah.
And nothing can ever change that. And there's this quote, you still changed that person's life. Like, you can change the world maybe, but you did change that person's life. For them, everything is now ruined, maybe.
Yeah. This one person maybe doesn't know that this was the last time and that's why you did it. For them, you just did this to them, so
that's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, everything else doesn't matter.
So maybe the crime should be something that doesn't directly involve other people.
Yeah.
Like a robbery.
I thought of like robbery as well, but I feel like it's
not the worst thing that is happening on this world. Like, it's just material stuff.
Yeah, I could rob something from you, or like steal something, like something that doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
And then it would never happen again. But I feel like it doesn't save the world.
It's not one of the biggest sins
ever committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think it's not something that really destroys a person.
Yeah.
It's like, that it can really ruin your life to some extent, but it won't destroy your soul.
Your soul or the world, or I don't know, it really hurts people's really much.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you could do it really easily. So you could easily do this without...
But we have also to discuss whether will this be on your karmic on your karmic agenda, like.
But how will it be? Will it be positive or negative? Because you saved some,
that's the thing.
but you still did it. So.
Well, I mean, whether your karma is good or bad depends on your motivation.
So it's actually good.
Technically, it's okay.
You win. It's a win-win, actually. The only thing that hurts a little is that you have to do it.
I just thought that maybe because everything you do will be done to you, kinda, like regarding to the, like in the sense of karma. So maybe something like that will happen to you, even though somebody will do the same to you, even though it's not malicious. It's actually righteous, kinda. I don't know.
It's complicated.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I just figured it might be that way, but I actually don't know for sure.
Because
I'm not a
karma
Buddhist
specialist.
monk.
Yeah, but it never happened, so we can't really know, because something like this couldn't happen.
Won't happen, really.
Like,
yeah, but still, we're still trying to avoid to say what we would do.
Yeah. So where would you draw the line? What would a thing be that you are okay with doing?
Like the first thing that came up to my mind was I would just eat a salad with all different kinds of meat.
A salad?
Yeah.
Why a salad though?
Because I want as many different meats as possible to be
in this salad.
Yeah, like in the dish. But then
Yeah.
I just came up with a salad.
But
yeah.
But if you eat that salad, isn't it possible that then there will never be people who eat salads again?
How specific is that? Because I want to prevent people from, like, I want to prevent meat from being eaten. If I only eat meat salad, then only meat salad will never be eaten again. But meat
on itself,
steak will maybe be eaten like that. I mean, that's too specific, I think, because there will always be another version of a crime.
But you had a good thought, but my thought is probably not better.
My thought is better.
No, but I thought not of the eating itself. I thought of like, but maybe you thought because you would not do it. I also wouldn't do it. But I thought of killing an animal, but because I feel like I wouldn't kill like a cow, or even though that's like a
species,
genau. But I thought of the, like, it would never happen again. So like if someone hands me a gun, and because I couldn't like do it like
with your bare
with my bare hands like this. No, I could, or also not with a knife or something. But if I had a gun and I would like do this, and I would do it like on it. I thought of a duck. I would maybe be okay with that. Because it would never happen again. That's all.
But
I could save so many lives. So many. You would eat an animal. You would kill.
I wouldn't have to kill it myself.
Yeah.
Because it would never.
That's
Yeah,
But that's like how do you call it? Like, it's like not brave.
Coward.
Yeah,
it is. I am a coward. Yeah.
You did as many meat as possible, so you kill all these animals to eat them, and I would kill a duck.
I wouldn't do it myself, because the effect would be that nobody ever again eats meat. Let's say it's like that.
Yeah.
And then, if nobody ate meat again, why would we breed so many animals? Like the whole meat industry and dairy industry, it wouldn't.
Yeah, obviously, people wouldn't eat meat as well, because you have to kill them to eat them. You know what I mean?
You mean animals would still be killed?
No, animals wouldn't. If I kill an animal, animals will never be killed, so they couldn't eat them, and that's like you could. And also, I thought of like torturing animals. you torture them until their death. Some people like to do this, and it's
Yeah,
crazy.
of course, but I don't.
And it also includes not because eating doesn't include
Yeah,
any animals
sure,
dying.
Sure,
And-
it's not completely rotting out all animal cruelty. Definitely not.
Mhm, but I wanted to do this.
Yeah, sure, but if you only kill a duck,
Yeah.
what about the cows?
Yeah, but I thought of like, would I have to kill every one of every animal species to do
thought
it?
so.
Then I won't do it, obviously. But if I kill one animal to save them all,
I don't know whether it depends.
I thought
On,
if I kill one, it saves them all.
that would be too easy.
But it,
I make the rules.
you're making the rules of this question. No, but I also thought of, even as stupid as it sounds, killing an animal is not a crime on itself, which is sad. But
Depends on, I don't know if it's legal. It is, I think it is legal in some ways, but in others actually not. It's actually not okay. Because there are, of course, many animals that are endangered.
obviously.
I think there's this rule, or there used to be that rule in Austria at least, like where we live. When you spot a cat, for example, or a dog,
Yes.
and it's, I don't know, maybe 100 meters away from a house, or like from where people live, obviously, then you mustn't shoot it like as a hunter. But if it's like further away, then I feel like it was 100 meters or something like that, then you are allowed to.
Nice.
Like there's this law. I don't know if it's still like that or if it's even exactly like that, but something like that. So there are rules.
Yeah.
And I think I do believe I am that naive to think that just killing an animal for no obvious reason is also illegal by law. I do hope so.
Yeah, but the meat production on itself is probably the reason why animals are killed, or the main reason. So
yeah, you could stop that by eating all the different
but
meats.
I don't want to eat all the different meats.
I also don't want to eat the different meats.
Yeah, but I would kill a duck.
Okay, kill the duck, but I will save.
I'm saving all the animals from being killed. You're just saving all the animals that are being eaten, and you have to kill. You have to also kill an animal.
Yeah, but only if we agree on when you kill one animal, it saves every animal.
Yeah, and if you eat one meat, then every animal will never be eaten again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you will still eat it, and not.
I don't want to. But
you would rather eat it than kill one animal.
Yeah, because I did that like many years of my life, so it's like it's not something I've never done.
I feel like I could take that step higher, because for me it's obviously it's easier to eat than to kill, but for me it's both on the same level. And if I can save those last kills as well, kills like the kill counter, those last kills by just doing it by myself with my hands and not just letting someone else do it and eat it, then I would go that step further do it.
I mean, we can agree on like in that version where killing one animal saves them all, then your idea is better. But when it doesn't count, like when you only kill a duck, it will save the duck.
Then it's trash.
Yeah, then it's maybe better to eat all them and then at least shut down the meat industry and the dairy industry.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have to include milk into that salad.
No, because they will get killed either way.
Yeah, but they could still like keep the cows and let them produce milk
until they die from them.
Yeah, it would just be
terrible.
It would just be less milk then maybe, because we can't afford to have so many cows.
Yeah.
Until they die. Like there's not enough space on Earth.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem. But could you really live? Don't you think it would haunt you until you die? Like
I wouldn't do it like with a smile on my face. It wouldn't make me happy.
Still.
But I feel like
maybe
I could.
it makes a sound, and that sound will stuck in your brain.
Yeah, and then it will.
And
I could.
You would willingly like take that.
Yes.
In order to prevent.
If I could save them all, then I would do this. Even if it haunts me. It haunts me, but I can save them all.
Yeah.
I can save all animals. My cats from being run over.
But how would that? Wait a minute.
Or
animals would only like die of natural death after that. But wouldn't there be too many animals?
I don't know, maybe that just regulates itself. I don't know, I can't think that far. It's not realistic, this thought, so we can't find a realistic reason.
I think it's more on the moral
thing. What could you do?
Yeah.
Not on the consequences. And
let's not focus on reality.
What else have you considered that's apart from animals maybe, or what crime? Just
one more thing about because you kill one animal, but if you would you?
No.
Okay, that's like literally really deep, and nobody should ever have to answer such a question. But would you, if you were?
It's like dark. You mean not deep? Dark.
It's literally dark.
Okay.
And I actually don't want to.
Where did it spawn in your head? Where?
I don't know. It was attached to your answer, because if your death would end something important, would you sacrifice yourself?
But what important?
Yeah, I don't know, like in the manner of that question, like people being shot, for example.
If I shoot myself.
Yeah.
That's really dark.
I mean, we don't have to answer that because it's not working that way. Like,
it's not real, you mean?
Yeah, I think that's actually a question for like.
But yes, but if like there's a mass murderer.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's crazy. But there's like people who did like another crime. He assaulted
little children.
I didn't want to say children, and I didn't want to say women. I wanted to say people. But yeah, he did this thing, and he's running away from the police, and they cannot catch him, so they have to shoot him in the knee or something, that he falls to the ground. He could not be shot because I killed myself. You know what I mean? And he's maybe getting away because they can't shoot him because I shot myself, and then that's like one thing I thought of.
Yeah, it's definitely there's.
But I could like stab myself, but I couldn't stab myself
because I mean it doesn't work like that.
I don't know. It's difficult. On the other hand, I could say I'll end myself another way, but still it would bring other consequences with it.
Yeah, that would it wouldn't be a perfect solution to bring peace. Definitely not.
Either way, I could not pull the trigger, and I could not end myself another way, probably. It would not be possible.
Damn, how did that escalate so quickly?
Well,
let's not talk about this anymore.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. What else?
Yeah, did you come up with any other idea?
I don't know if there's another crime that's so important, but still morally okay for me to do.
Maybe it depends on what you define as a crime. But on the other hand, yin and yang wise? Why?
Yes.
But it's literally important because, you know, that thing with, I think it wouldn't work, kinda. It would have that bad effect. You know what I mean? We were talking about that once in Latin class.
Yeah.
I remember that one time.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, okay.
When we were asked what our biggest wish would be and if we could make it happen, what would it be?
I remember.
I thought so. and our teacher basically said that she would only wish for something really small because everything that has a really huge, great positive impact, also has a very big negative.
Side.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So there would be something bad, like if cows couldn't be killed, but they still could be used for dairy, then that would probably make huge problems, because then people maybe would do some even worse things to them if they can't kill them, but they don't need them anymore. What do they do with them? And they would just pack them in a spaceship or something like that and let them just compost or something like that. Know. Yeah. So maybe there is no answer that brings the real peace, because we needed both.
But that I totally agree, because it's not a real scenario. So it's just a thought that matters. It's not like we don't have to find like a real solution.
Yeah, definitely not.
So, but I mean, obviously, what you said is true.
But if it would be real, it wouldn't probably work. It wouldn't work.
But if it would work.
Would work. No.
Would work. I'm like
in a forest, you know what I mean?
Or like producing like a table, a wood table would work. No, it would.
Now
you're the same with who's Michael?
It's Michael. Close Michael.
Who's Michael? But
my close friends, that was the thing.
My close
friend.
Who's
my close friends doing woodwork. Would that work?
Okay, stop. So, if it would work, which thing would you choose to do? Which crime? Is there something else you thought of?
Oh. Sorry. You can say
did you? Okay.
I didn't think of anything else.
One thing I also thought of was, like, it's not a crime, but being like really like hurting people, but not in a physical sense.
Like abusing somebody?
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't use the word abusing.
Because I just remembered I thought for a second about that. But I was like, but that would be really bad. I wouldn't do it probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
I wouldn't assault people, but I would like, maybe I would scream and like say some bad words to one person, and like a person who did me harm in some kind of way. So rational, I could be okay with it. And then maybe people will never be like really rude to some people. But then I also thought of like, what is this world if you could never be rude anymore?
Yeah, I mean, the root of a lot of evil in this world is because people don't care about other people's feelings. Because if they did, to some extent, then like there wouldn't be any wars really. But that just wouldn't work, because the conflict, it is within them. It's like an internal. So we would actually have to commit all the crimes to ourselves. But does that even work with that question?
I don't know. Probably not now. No. But like another crime, and we haven't really talked about a crime.
You mean like a classic crime?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's boring. Maybe just a question: what crime would we ourselves be willing to commit in order to do something good, like Robin Hood, basically? Actually, the question even is what Robin Hood did, is that a crime or not? Would you say?
I never saw that movie.
But you know what he did. It's an important...
He stole from the poor and gave it to the... No, he stole from the rich and gave it to the poor.
Yeah, that's it.
He stole from the poor to make the rich richer.
That would be a crime, yes.
No, okay. I don't know if it's not a crime. I'm saying it's not a crime.
Me neither.
I've just thought of something really random. I would... It's so dumb, but still, maybe it's clever. I don't know what you're saying. I would separate the waste in a wrong way. One last time. And then everything is perfect. Like the batteries come in the are like only batteries. Like then there's plastic, then there's like paper and like fruit and stuff. And no one, it's like it's like
I mean,
one
sure,
perfect
why
thing.
not? Why not? It probably would not make a really big bad impact.
Yeah,
So,
but
I
it's
guess
also not the like something hard to
yeah.
do, but it's also not. It wouldn't have a really big good
Mhm.
impact. I don't know if that's a real
Yeah, I
struggle.
mean, it does make it like it is a huge problem, but there's maybe bigger problems.
Yeah.
For example, climate change.
What?
Climate change.
Yeah, yeah.
I just thought of that because you said that. What if you cleared up some rainforest area? That would be a crime technically,
Yeah.
because it is illegal, at least
Yeah.
in some areas. But if you like had one tree, then no tree, like rainforest tree will ever be cut down again. So problem solved.
Problem. Oh yes, it's good. It's a good.
And I would, or like, yeah, one tree
Example.
should be enough. And like the animals that live on a tree, I will myself
Pick them all.
pick them up on
Put them in a basket.
I would say a velvet pillow, but okay. And bring it to another hand-picked tree that I consider with
Perfect.
exactly with, of course, scientific research being done
Okay.
on that very topic.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good example, I think. I would throw like a can outside of the car window
Oh yeah.
into the nature, and then people can never do this again. Maybe it's also good. It's not. I don't know if it's a crime. Probably,
I think it is.
if like a police officer notices it, probably you would have to pay money.
And pick it up again. Or maybe that's just another answer again, but if you like did some, I don't know, like minor psychological damage to someone, and if you then paid the therapist for them, maybe it would be okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I mean, of course I wouldn't like to do it.
Yeah,
And
it would.
probably still
I would
not.
need the therapist as well if I do this to someone. There are so many answers that you could give because there's so many problems.
Yeah, sure. So I think you would just pick the one that's kind of closest to your heart.
Yeah. So.
And hope that it does not have a huge bad impact. So maybe you should really think it through before you
commit it.
Yeah, do it. So.
Yeah. But we could talk about this probably for the whole day.
And it's like literally no people like MBTI wise, no one with an S in their type would probably ever have this conversation, because they're like, yeah, but it's not happening ever, so why are we talking about this? Let's just talk about the real world, the hard facts.
But what would people with an S in their type answer?
They wouldn't, because...
But if you have an S in your type and you have an answer to it, please write in the comment what your answer is. Because I'd be interested if you really think like this.
But I think sometimes, especially the ST types, they would probably be like most people, of course, not everyone, but I feel like the tendency would be they wouldn't answer at all, because it's so far away from reality and doesn't really serve a purpose in the real world. So why would we bother?
Prove us wrong, though. No. So yeah, maybe we should end this. So there are no definite answer.
There is no definite answer. That's the answer we give.
So yeah,
very dissatisfying, but
there's no real answer. I would kill the duck.
I would eat my meat salad.
So that's the final answer.
Bye. That's it.
Thank you for listening.
Or watching.
Or both. And
Rama.